What's up, guys? Welcome to the Alternate Football Podcast. I'm Neil Baxter. I started this, and coming up this weekend is the first week of the whole reason. One of the main reasons why I started this. This weekend is the start of the Alliance of American Football League. It starts this weekend. I'm so excited. I plan on going to a watch party for Atlanta Legends Reddit page this Saturday down at Bada Bing's in Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta and you're an Atlanta Legends fan, come down, hang out, have some fun, watch the Atlanta Legends take on the Orlando Apollos. So I'll first get into I guess let me talk about the big game, the Super Bowl. I thought it was kind of entertaining. Don't want to talk about the NFL too much, being as this is not a podcast about the NFL. But I thought it was an entertaining game. It was kind of a throwback to more classic, old school running football games, like Big Ten outdoors type games, instead of the high-powered arena football style games we've been seeing lately, like when the Rams and the Chiefs played earlier this year. I'm annoyed that it wound up being the Patriots, but as long as it's not the Saints, it's okay. And here's Apollo. He joins us every episode, so he's up in his normal spot. So now let's get into the Alliance football preview for this week. So in week 1 on CBS, we have 2 games at the same time, which luckily is not going to be the normal strategy that they're going to have. They're going to have all the different games playing at different times, but this week they're only going to have 2 games on at exactly the same time on CBS in a regional style. So East Coast will get the Atlanta-Orlando game, and West Coast will get San Diego and San Antonio. So week 1, Saturday night, 8 p.m., you have Atlanta going down to Orlando. I have San Diego going to, and then San Diego's going to play in San Antonio. I can't really make picks. I'm not going to make picks for games because I haven't even seen any of these teams play. I don't know who the starters are. I barely know who the schemes are, especially with the Legends. Their preseason game, they only scored 11 points, but I don't know what kind of offense they were running. Like, Michael Vick has never been an offensive coordinator before, so there's really no way of knowing like what kind of offense he's going to use. So with that, I don't really know what's going to happen, so I'm not going to be making picks for these games this week. I'll talk about what I think, how the games went next week, but I'm not going to make any picks. I've seen a lot of guys out there making power rankings and that kind of stuff, but it's way too early to tell. I don't understand how anyone could make power rankings right now. I expect the competitiveness of this league to be very high up there. And at the beginning of the year, it's just like the NFL. Like, a lot of people thought a lot of teams weren't going to be very good. I remember nobody was big on the Chicago Bears at the beginning of this NFL season, and they turned out really pretty dang good, which is good for fans of alternate football, because Matt Nagy, he won Coach of the Year for the NFL honors, and he's former arena football quarterback, and now he's Coach of the Year in the NFL, to show more of the trend of the Grudens and arena football and alternate football coaches are really showing that why these leagues are important. So, like I said, there's there's really no point this early to be making uh, making uh, power rankings or guesses, predictions on the games. There's no telling. There's no idea what's going to happen. I could make wild ass guesses, but I'm not going to do that. So that's the first night, Saturday, 8 p.m. CBS. I hope everyone is watching. It's going to be huge. Sunday at 4 p.m., Memphis and Birmingham. Memphis is traveling to Birmingham. That's going to be on CBS Sports Network. And then Sunday night, Salt Lake goes to Arizona. That's going to be at 8 p.m. on NFL Network, which is a huge boon for this league to find out that NFL Network is going to be investing some, at least, airspace on their channel to this league. That is huge news. It shows that there's a lot of good things going on with this league, and that a network like NFL Network, it needs to broadcast some stuff. Hopefully, this might mean they might pick up some other alternate football leagues to help fill some of the off season. Like, why couldn't they pick up an arena? Why couldn't they pick up Arena Football or National Arena League or IFL or something like that to just fill some of the airtime? Because a lot of the time in the off season, I never turn on NFL Network. They don't talk about anything. So that's big news. It's great news to hear that they have these new broadcast partners with TNT, NFL Network, Bleacher Report Live, and then of course CBS and CBS Sports Network. It's great to hear, and hopefully that continues. One thing that does concern me right now is the fact that there's no app. The app hasn't been released yet, which was one of the big things that they kept pushing and talking about this league, is the fact that, oh, there's going to be this fantastic app where you can watch the games and fantasy and cybermetrics and all that. I watched the Alliance Begins show on CBS Sports Network the other day, and they were talking about all these chips that are in the players' shoulder pads and in the football to get all this data and all the stuff that the fans will have access to. And one big section was all about the app and all the technology that they're going to be providing. But the app hasn't been released yet, and it's getting very close to game time. And that is very concerning to me. Previous apps that have come out that haven't shown exactly how, like, when you try to make such a robust app, bugs can happen, especially if this goes as well as they hope, and then they have all these extra users logging on to try to use this app. Is it going to crash the servers? I doubt they've had tests for that yet because they haven't released it. I really hope it's out in the next 2 days. Today is the 5th if you're listening to this on podcast. I'm recording this Tuesday night, the 5th, leading up to the games. I really hope it's out Thursday. If it's not out Thursday, that's going to be a real problem. Most like, I bet the apps are going to crash with everyone trying to download it. Trying to download it all at the same time and then trying to use it, and then the servers crash. It's just not going to look good for the league. I almost hope that they just try to get through this season. Like, if the app is not good and they can't release it right now, I almost hope they just skip this season with no app and just put the broadcast on the website. and have those available, and then maybe and keep working on the app technology and release the app next year, because releasing a terrible product mid-season or rushed right early is not going to be good for this league or any league. They should not push it out too fast. Just skip it this year, keep working on the technology this year, and then release it for next year. So that's my thoughts on the Alliance. I'm so excited that the Alliance is starting this weekend. I'm pumped to have football starting immediately the week after the Super Bowl. No rest. And then right after Alliance is over, we'll have arena football already started, and then we'll be getting ready for training camps and the beginning of the CFL season. So it'll be year-round football nowadays. So moving over to arena football, the Arena Football League owners for the new Atlantic City team released the poll for what they want the names for their Atlantic City team to be. I have the name choices here. You can go out and vote for your favorite. I'll tell you which one I voted for. The team name choices that they have, the 5 choices, they have the Blackjacks, the Gamblers, the High Rollers, the Jackpots, and the Royals. Now, all these names have a lot in common with gambling, have a lot to do with gambling, which was very similar to when the Las Vegas Golden Knights joined the NFL. A lot of people thought that the team name would have a lot. I think a few of these were also spewed out, sent out as possible names for the Golden Knights, which they wound up trying to stay kind of away from the gambling aspect and the fact that they're in a city that is known for the gambling, and Atlantic City is also known for the gambling. So I think they should take kind of a similar path. I really think it should be Royals. Royals just means like the royal flush or something in poker. Kings, queens, jacks, all. It's the most classic and the best that rolls off the tongue and sounds the best. The Atlantic City Royals. That's the one I'm going to be voting for. I probably won't vote every time. I've already voted twice now. I will keep voting, so hopefully that winds up being the team name. I do believe that they're going to have a color scheme that's going to have a lot of gold in it, because just Atlantic City is about money. I just hope they stay away from gold and purple, because that's the Atlanta Legends thing. And Atlanta Legends, Atlantic City Royals, those two team names, and if they're both purple and gold, it's going to get confusing fast for people who are not diehard football fans that watch all these different leagues like I am. So there's that. I'm excited, guys. We're only a couple days away. The episodes will start getting a lot longer because they'll be breaking down, talking about scores, breaking down each game into what I thought the big things. It's starting to get back to actual football to talk about. That's not the NFL. So next week's episode should be back to the meat and potatoes of what I think this podcast will be about. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, click like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, send me an email at alternatefootball.podcast at gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, alternatefootball.podcast. Just get involved. Leave a YouTube review, leave an iTunes review if you're downloading on iTunes, and just enjoy the first weekend of this new era of spring football. Hopefully it goes well this time. Thank you guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.